Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back, my friends. This is the one and only. This is the MRC show, of course, that never ends. Welcome back to your Friday night entertainment. We are here MRC-X style, with different liveries, of course, across the MRC grid. We're here in Monza, the Temple of Speed, the fastest track. Well, pretty much the fastest track, you'd have to say, on Earth, in terms of race circuits. So, we're here for MRC-X. It is a one-shot qualifying, and a very cloudy qualifying it is, before a 100% race. 53 laps, I do believe, we have of this extremely exciting, extremely fast circuit. However, I am not alone this evening. Before we delve into the one-shot qualifying, I am with a very special gentleman this evening. A man who has the unfortunate accolade of being my teammate a number of seasons ago. I think it was back in season 9 or maybe season 8, I think it was, where my first venture into tier 1, and this gentleman was my teammate. I am so pleased that I'm joining him in the commentary box this evening. One of our fastest racers, one of our best racers as well. You'll know him as LRL. I know him as Mr. Stefan. Good evening, sir. Lovely to have you.
Good evening, Mark. Thanks for the warm welcome. And yeah, it was indeed an unforgettable time with you in a positive way at Tier 1, of course. So, looking forward to comment tonight with you. I'm curious what the boys will do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a bit of bad luck, I think, in my season there. A lot of adaptations needed and a lot of bad luck. But, hey, no, I'm back up there. Still get to race with you. And, you know, it's going to be a good season. And I think this season in MRC-X is going to be very, very exciting, isn't it? We've got, you know, Saviour wants more titles. He's retired from the session. He won't get one tonight. And Chris Bailey really is being a bridesmaid. He really wants to be the bride, and I'm sure he looks good in a dress as well. But the one-shot qualifying coming to an end, and currently Chris Bailey is the man on pole position, with Aldrich Fabian in second, Airways third, Captain Nibs, Wookie, single track, last minute standing, Loppy, Speedy Bullet, Smith, Casey Soze, E17, Anton, and G-Star. Then we've got Lerapel, Saviour Stube, and a few disqualifications from Ziad, T.Y. Clear, Neil, and Richie. So, yes, good evening, Grant. Yeah, you've not been involved in a while, but thank you for coming into the YouTube chat. Good luck, my friend. You had a good season last season, and hoping for more as well this season from you, my friend. So, yep, welcome. And I tell you what, that's a very close qualifying, isn't it?
It is indeed, and it shows how how difficult a one-shot quali is. I don't know how much practice the drivers had, but it's just like half of the grid who managed to set a serious lap time. So, yeah. Not surprising for me that Chris isn't first, but I'm surprised that Xavier did not set the lap time. Usually he's very consistent in his driving. So, yeah. Also with Aldrich Fabian, didn't expect him to be so close. It's going to be interesting. I guess we will see some guys coming from the back of the grid. And pushing through the field, so yeah, we're gonna see lots of overtakes, that's for sure.
Oh, totally agree with you on that one, my friend. Totally agree, because you're right. This is a track you can overtake at 2 major DRS zones, and it's one of those that, you know, you hook it up around here. People say it's a good beginner's track. You know, I have a friend of mine personally who goes on this track, and when he comes to and uses my wheel and whatnot, and it's a good beginner track, but it's actually quite technical to get that middle sector just right. It's not all about the straight line speed, as important as it is. That middle sector can really make or break your lap time, can't it? And it's going to be interesting to see who's got that setup that can cope with it.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like you're running without any wings basically on this track, but still there are some corners, of course, and these corners are really hard to get the
Yeah.
car in if you have basically no wings, and you still need to have a decent exit out of corners to overtake. You should not forget that, though everything is, of course, it's focused on a straight line speed.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. Agree with you. So there's a mix of tyres. Only 3 drivers, Richie, Neil, and G-Star have gone for the hard tyres, and quite a lot. About 5 drivers have gone for the soft tyres to start with in this race. And, you know, the one-stop is quicker, but because of the high-speed nature that we've both touched on there, that, you know, it's there is potential for a safety car, and you can take these laps. Well, there you go. There's possible strategies there. Medium to hard or soft to medium are the strategies. And if you can make the tyres last, you know, and keep out of trouble. Safety cars can happen because of the high-speed nature. Crashes usually do end in a DNF, unfortunately, and it can really throw a spanner in the works, can't it? It can really make it difficult to plan a long strategy.
Yes, you always have to be aware that there can be a safety car at any point in the race. So I guess we will see at least one today, probably 2 or 3.
I was going to say 1. You've been very generous. I like it.
I mean, I'm like, yeah. I'm not saying that the drivers will cause safety cars, but maybe something can happen all the time. And yeah, other than that, if there would be no safety car, which I'm not expecting, it would rather be a one-stop here. But I don't think this is what we're gonna see. So, and we haven't heard about the weather yet, haven't we? So
no, we
cloudy,
haven't.
there will be some rain. Who knows?
Yeah, it is very dark. So there is that possibility. No, I'd like you thinking. That is true. Very, very true. And it's going to be interesting to see who has the best tyre strategy for that. As Chris lines up on the grid, the rubbish camera shot. So we're going to have to go on board with the blowhole. On the soft tyres, we're going to get rid of that and look at the position changes that I like to look at. And of course, a very tricky, very tight, very slow turn 1. Hopefully everyone behaves themselves. But while Richie is the last man, there he is to join at the back of the grid. We're just going to wait for everything to settle down, and we will go racing with 3, 4, 5 red lights. And for MRC-X, we go racing, and they are off. What a great start from Aldrich Fabian, already alongside Chris Bailey as they go down. The cars are side by side, but Aldrich's already got the lead as they head into braking into turn 1, and Aldrich's got the lead. Let's have a quick look further back. I think Singletrack, there's a few cars gone wide. Singletrack's made a fantastic start up to 4th. Casey Soze up a couple of places, Loppy down some, and Speedy Bullet, oh, unlucky for him, he's dropped 12 spots already, but everyone seems to be nice and clean through that opening sequence there.
I think I saw his front wing flying at the back, but
oh no!
Yeah, so far the field there's no one in the wall at least.
Yep, you're right, there was damage. Anton's got front wing end plate damage on the right hand side. That is going to be absolutely horrible. Oh, Speedy Bullet goes very, very wide. And Richie's had a big moment as well. Oh, Richie, the Scotsman, down, and he's got damage of AS to his car as well. But Aldrich Fabian, what a start he made. Absolutely hooked it up. And got ahead of Chris Bailey. Chris is not going to be amused, but save you up to 11th. Oh, and he's battling away further back with Stube. As we finish lap 1.
Oh, Chris is going to try to regain the lead now.
He is. It looks like he's got the straight line speed. He's following alongside, and who's going to be latest under the brakes? I think Fabian kind of backed up early. E17's pitted and got 5 seconds. It is a very short entrance into the pit lane. Easy to do as well. Richie has pitted because of his damage. Wookie's had a moment as well, has dropped way back. And Chris, you're right. You meant he's going to make the move, and he has. Trying to make the soft tyres work this evening. As we've got the timing glitch, typically, but we'll ignore that for now. Let's get rid of that position change and let's focus on the racing. Captain Nibs, great start from him. Got away from Airways and clinging onto the back of these two as well. We've got a few little gaps forming, but we'll wait for everything to settle down. There's a few drivers running wide at the second of the Lesmo corners.
It's gonna cost them a place.
Oh no, and that's Liverpool. And is he going to be under pressure from G-Star? Ooh, it was. Oh, but well, we got a virtual safety car.
What happened
now then? Exactly. Wonder what happened. I wonder if it was a bit further back. Not 100% sure. So that nullifies the field.
See anyone? Oh, Richie completely misses the corner.
Oh no. Oh, Richie, it's not been a good start to the season for that man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't see anyone off the track.
No, I wasn't actually sure, to be honest. Not sure. But everyone, folks, we've got 53 laps. Please get involved in the YouTube chat. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Well, I'm one of them, and somebody else has hit it. So please do get involved. Let's share your thoughts for strategy and who you're thinking for the win. Who's really caught your eye already this evening. But Chris is leading. Let's have a quick look further down. The virtual safety car's still on. It's quite a long one, this one, as Smith and Loppy have pitted.
Yeah, all of them are getting new front wings.
Oh dear.
Well, at least the time gaps have settled now.
Yeah, they have. At least it's Loppy drive through for speeding right at the end. Oh, Loppy, he's just come out the pits as well. I wonder if he was accelerating out the pits and braking into turn one. They just caught him napping. As it can do, it can jump horribly. Oh, that's so unlucky for Loppy. But I tell you what, single track right on the back of Airways. I like his livery, the single track. It's a really nice livery, actually. This evening, as Aldrich Fabian on the back as well of Chris Bailey once again. And Chris has gone with the Monza flag with a bit of chrome as well. So I do like that. But Aldrich Fabian, now, is the LS going to be enabled this lap? It's enabled, and there it is, the rear wing's open. Is he close enough? I know what Chris is running. I know it's a low wing setup. Didn't seem to close up. Maybe he's just taking his time a little bit. Single track though, not wasting any time whatsoever, getting past Airways. And now Captain Nibs, there he is. Further up the track is set his sights now then. This is going to be an interesting one, as we've mentioned. G-Star and Saviour having a good little battle. Baby. Wow, that's green from G-Star. Wow, that's a livery. What happened to Saviour? What happened to Saviour? Did he go wide?
Yeah, he had to take the emergency exit.
Oh no, and he's dropped back behind Stu. He's dropped about 3 spots, 3 places.
That's a shame. He had a really good start.
He did. He's on the mediums though, so you know he can go reasonably long into this race. Aldrich Fabian dropped to about a second off the back, and we've got a few little trains forming here. We've got that Ziad, TY Clear, Stube and Saviour battle, which we're looking at the minute. Oh, there's a single track. What happened? Oh, single track. There it is at the end of Ascari. So easy to lose that rear. Oh, single track.
Yeah, he got into the gravel, but he's lucky that he didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, he is. That is so easy to do, isn't it, down there? And tell you what, Speedy Bullet, I thought he was at Kota. Maybe he's racing tonight and then he's been an American. I thought he was going to the track. I could be wrong. G-Star's got Le Repel. Speedy Bullet with the... That's not close enough. I wonder if Speedy Bullet's going tonight. And does they have an American friend? Little battles going on, and then a few gaps forming between second and third, third and fourth and fifth. Then Zed, of course, 2 seconds back from this man, Le Repel. I wonder what single track can do in response. He was very quick early on. How he's going to come back through the field with a 4-second gap. Needs to get those tyres cleaned up and get the grip back, and that's difficult to do, isn't it, round here? You want to run higher tyre temps to get the heat because of the straight lines, and the straight line speed, but you still can potentially overheat them.
Well, you definitely can. It's quite easy on this game. to overheat the tires. But you're right. It's more challenging to get some temperature in it. As we see, it's changed for the lead now.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie,
Rather
another
easy
5
car.
seconds. We're looking at this Liverpool. Kato Soze, G-Star, and they both got the DRS, and unfortunately, Soze was just a sitting duck. What can Liverpool do about G-Star? He's not close enough. Richie's retired from the sessions, and we've got a full safety car.
I think it was in Lasmo, he is.
Yeah, between the Lesmos for Richie. Oh, so unlucky for him. I really feel for him. It's going to help Chris on all the other soft tyre runners. I think. Let's have a quick look at those tyres who have gone. So E17 pitted and went on to those softs. Loppy went to the hards, interestingly.
I'm not sure, but maybe he won't need to pit anymore. I don't know if it's possible to stretch them so far, but...
Ooh, to go 50-odd laps?
The hard tire can last really long.
Yeah, it can not tell you, right.
I'm not sure. See what Baldu's doing.
Well, with the one-shot qualifying, he'll have plenty of sets of softs left. So that could be something he may potentially go to again. This is going to help, like we mentioned, Speedy Bullet.
Maybe at the end.
Yeah, could do. So it's going to help people like Ant, Loppy 17, who's taken another pit stop. I tell you what, Chris is pitted.
Yeah.
From second on the softs. I'm interested to see what tyres this man goes on, so we're going to stick with it while we're under safety car conditions. I do have plenty of trivia, should we call it. He's gone for the mediums, interestingly. They'll take him quite far through the race, so I'll take him. Okay, it's fair.
Maybe he was not really satisfied with the soft. I think I had the impression that he was not really happy with it. So his start wasn't as good as you expected, maybe on the soft, and then he was not able to pull a gap to Fabian, which was surprising me. But yeah, maybe the mediums are a better racing tire here.
You know what? That is great observation. I didn't think about that at all. Yeah, I think you're right. That is a really, really good point. That he did get the start. Don't know if he got a bit too much wheel spin, but you're right. He didn't pull the gap, and I'm fully on board with what you're saying there. To be honest, mate. It could be a very good race tire. Now, there's a few Speedy Bullets. Saviour's pitted as well. He's gone for the hard, so is Speedy Bullet. And again, from that, we don't know, of course, what the weather's going to do. If it's going to stay like this, if it's going to clear up later on, we're not sure yet. But no,
that's true. Maybe that's also playing a role in the drivers' strategies. But yeah.
No, of course.
But let us be surprised about it. I'm curious.
Definitely.
There will be some rain. Rain would make it a very exciting.
Yeah, as long as they keep it here and not for us on Monday evening, eh?
Oh, I didn't want to mention this. We had a really great fight on Monday. I really liked it. You were really fast. I mean, you were up there in the top 5.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it was actually good fun, surprisingly. My setup for this is quite slow so far, so a bit of practice needed over the weekend, but can't seem to get it just in the sweet spot where I like to have a car. Whereas I thought I did. And I think I'm just now finally getting to grips with this whole no traction control malarkey. It's taken me a while, but I'm getting there slowly.
I mean, you were running in P4, so you were one of the...
Yeah, it was at one point.
The fastest drivers in Tier 1.
Yeah.
You don't want to admit it, but it's facts.
I know it is, mate, it is. I got a bit of a nosebleed being that high up. But I made a mistake and spun turn 12, which cost me about 6-7 seconds, but could have potentially have given me 5th, 4th, well, maybe 5th in the end, but, you know, I'm still happy. I got 6 points, 7th place, so, you know, I've nearly equalled my tally for last season already. So, you know, I was still happy though. Annoyed at a small mistake, but actually still quite happy with the result. And we've got a lot of challenging tracks. How do you think about the calendar this season, with the tracks that we've got coming up? 13 race season, of course. And how are you feeling with the ones we've got coming up? A lot of difficult tracks.
I really like the calendar. There's a lot of tracks that I really like, and where I hope that I can be competitive. Like Zandvoort was not one of those tracks. Like only in the wet. In the dry I was really slow on Monday. In the wet I was really fast, but unfortunately the rain stopped. Yeah, I think Monza will be a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely one of those that, not gonna lie, I keep my eye on usually, and if you appear behind me on my timing screen, it's just more of a matter of time, and when, not if, you're going to catch up, because, you know, of course, I think, yeah, definitely one of the quickest drivers we've got in this league, alongside your Chris Baileys, your G-Star, your Saviour, Reese, Ujoni, Dynamite. Yeah, definitely one to be called in the same breath as them, my friend, 100%, but, you know, and we've got... I think Tier 1, I think all the tiers are ridiculously close this season. We've got a lot. We saw Tier 3 on Wednesday evening. That was just, what a fantastic race that was to watch, and that was just incredible. And, you know, Tier 2 again is... all the tiers are incredibly difficult to call of who could be a race winner, who's going to be the champion, and I think it's going to lead to one of our best seasons yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Tier 1 we have like with a lot of the guys that you mentioned, and I mean Ujoni's always up there at the front, but I think behind him it's really track dependent. Who is ahead? It's really interesting. Yeah, every week you never know. Are you gonna be rather P10 or will you be P3? It's always changing.
Exactly. Oh, Martin Hills has said in his hurry to join his last-minute call-up, he's used an experimental setup that he's not raced with, and it's scary, in his words. Oh, wow. Good luck is all I can say to you, Mr. Single Track. So, safety car in. When does Fabian lead us away as we go into the parabolic? Oh, he tried to go earlier, got wheel spin, and he's gone wide. That may have actually given him a warning. Oh, that's not green ideal. But I tell you what, Captain Nibs has got the drive, he's got the slipstream, he pulls along to the outside. Is he going to be brave under the brakes into the very tight one? But he's ahead into the braking zone and gets the move. Is he going to get the car stopped? Just. But Aldrich Fabian's going to get the drive off as we go around turn 3, the Curva Grande. And everyone seems to be all clean so far through that. Neil's lost a place to Wookie on the exit. Fabian is trying, but Captain Nibs has just positioned his car in the right spot and takes the lead of the race. So we've got 3 Challenger tiers in the top 3 position. G-Star, what an opening stint by him in the, wow, extremely chromed car he's got there. I said it was bright earlier, but...
they go side by side through left.
Oh, who was that? Was that Chris in single track?
Yes.
Wow. That's scary. I'm sorry, that's scary. Oh, Joni has actually joined us. We must have mentioned his name 3 times because he's now with us. Good evening. This is another of your home circuits as well. We've got 2. Well, we visited Imola last time out, and of course we're at Monza this season. Chris is absolutely flying. What a move on Stube. Into the Parabolica. I'm sure the Parabolica's changed name, but I can't remember what to, so I'm going to leave it as Parabolica for now.
It's actually really unfair what you mentioned that he has 2 home tracks and I have none. I was really hoping this will change.
Of course, German. We don't have a German track at the moment, do we?
Unfortunately not.
No, I mean, we've had, obviously, Nürburgring, which is, I do like. Stoop's trying to go on the outside of Curva Grande on Chris Bailey. This is going to be so exciting, using his ERS to pull alongside Who's going to be latest in the brakes? It's Chris, but goes a bit deep, and it's going to be tight the exit. There's a little bit of contact, but Stu gets the move done. And that's allowed. Look at that. Who was that behind? Oh, sorry, it was Chris, other way around. Sorry, I got my facts completely wrong. Sorry, boys. They're going to kill me for that.
A really great switchback move by Anthony at the same time.
Oh, and safe here.
It's hard to catch everything. There's so much going on right now.
It really is. There's a few drivers taking the first part of Ascari a little bit long. Oh, Zia went a little bit wide. Track limits are very strict around here, aren't they? Because of the high speed.
Yes, it's definitely an issue in the Ascari.
Oh, who's that one that went wide there? I think it was Ziad. It is. It went wide in Parabolica, and the DRS is enabled single track pulling alongside, and he's going to try and get the distant toe from Chris Bailey and makes the move. So single track, after his early escapades around Ascari, has got himself back up into 9th. But you're right, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, this track, to keep within those boundaries. And, you know, Lesmore, you can get one, exit of the second Lesmore, Ascari, Parabolica, it's so easy to get those warnings. And then you try to do the opposite, and then there's so many sausage curbs, if you like, on the inside, that it throws you off anywhere.
Yes, it's true. I mean, I had a race in Qatar on Wednesday, so it's nothing in compared to that. It's very easy here, but it's true that you can easily get a time penalty when you try to be very fast. Yeah,
no, you're right there. As this battle at the top end is getting very, very exciting.
Side for Ascari.
Ooh, who was that?
Kater's and Wookie.
Oh wow. Wookie's both of those are very quick races. But very respectful races. I haven't raced both of them wheel to wheel. Uwa's Airways and G-Star side by side going down the pit straight. And G-Star gets the move. Those hards are going to be playing in. Who was that that went wide? That was Captain Nibs. Oh, and he's because of the days. Oh, I think that was just. Oh, I don't know. Moving on, but I think that was unlucky. Nibs tried to make the corner. Couldn't, and I don't think he knew G-Star were there, and G-Star was trying to, but I think Nibs has actually just done the right thing and let G-Star through. That's good sportsmanship when he saw what had happened, so full credit to Captain Nibs there, and that's so unlucky. Captain Nibs was in second.
Yeah, he barely made the corner, and then he got onto the curb at the end of the chicane, and then he just goes straight on, and unfortunately G-Star was trapped. He was caught in it.
Yeah.
Just very unlucky.
I think because of the low speed that it is, that Single Track's made the move as well now through Captain Nibs. Now, you just said he's never won on an Italian track. I thought you'd won Imola. However, that is also scary that we're facing Monza on Monday and you've not won an Italian track. That's a scary thought, knowing that I know you want to.
Yeah, he's gotta practice a lot, I guess.
Exactly that. Oh, look at this. Liverpool is overtaking Airways. He's got the DRS and makes the move into turn 1. Let's have a quick look. We've got the tyres up there, but let's have a look at those position changes from the start. We've got a lot of drivers who are further back, who are battling, and I think Neil and Soze are having a battle further on. Oh, Smith's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Stubbs retired from the session! Oh, Stoob, and I think there's going to be a safety car. There is. Oh, Stoob. Exit of turn 2. What? Now then, I wonder who's going to pit now. Especially the medium runners who didn't pit early on. Fabi and the top 2. Airways, TY clear, single track. Ziad. It's going to be interesting to see who decides this is going to be an opportunistic moment.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to go on the hard tire now.
Well, they seem to be working. G-Star's working them well, isn't he? So
yeah, I think they are a decent tire to race on, but let's see what the guys are gonna do. I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, same here.
Just
Same
at the
here.
same time, you don't want to drop back too much. Even though being in traffic can actually be helpful here, and you want to use all the slipstream.
Yeah, yeah.
But had just to literally stop on track, I guess, to avoid the drive-through penalty, but it worked. I think. No, he got it.
Oh, single track, 5 seconds for his speeding. But yeah, a lot of drivers now diving at the pits other than Liverpool. So let's have a look. Fabian's gone on the softs. Airways hard. So there's a big mix here.
That's an interesting choice. Captain is as well. Also some fire for him. Ziad goes for the mediums again.
Joni won it on track, but in Imola, but then G-Star had a penalty removed, so he finished second. I think that ruling's changed slightly, if I remember rightly. But I'm not part of this. Well, I'm part of the senior stewards team, but I'm not making any of those decisions. That's one of the things I have no control over. One of the very few things I would have to say in MRC that I have no say in, because it boggles me. Yeah, of course we've got Baby Hornet, our head steward, did a fantastic job. A lot of senior stewards as well, including Stu, but unfortunately didn't go well for him this evening. Of course Simba's still there with us. But yeah, a lot of senior stewards, a lot of good drivers as well, and a lot of good stewards. And of course the rule book, written in Morse by Mr. Single Track. And a lot of the new stuff is harsh, but needed. And I can't get my head around it. It's the fact of the matter. I just don't want a penalty. I don't want to be in the steward's room because it's difficult to work out.
You don't want to be the one who decides upon the penalties.
That as well. That as well. Mr. Simba is with us. You rang? I did. Hello. Just giving you a little bit of credit, Mr. Simba. That is all. So, while we're on the safety car, which I think will come in at the end of this lap, let's have a quick look. So, Monza, we are back at the Temple of Speed. Of course, what the oldest circuit on the current calendar, dated back to 1922, when the track was first built, and one of the first tracks in the original F1 calendar in 1950. The original circuit stretched over 10 kilometres in length, and there was a 5.5 kilometre road section in it, broadly similar to today's layout. Plus there was, of course, the infamous loop to the banked oval that was developed into the 1950s. So, there's one, I did have the other names and I forgot them now. Typically I didn't write them down. But 4 tracks were part of the original F1 calendar. Can you name them? I'm going to open that up. I'm going to open it up to the YouTube as well, to name, and yourself, Mr. Stefan. Name the 4 tracks that were part.
4 track. What was it?
In the original calendar in 1950, so the 4 tracks that were still on the F1 calendar today.
I guess it's Spa.
I don't think it was Spa. No, I could be wrong. It is an old track though. There's only 2 I can remember, and I can't remember the 4th one, which is really annoying.
Monaco, of course.
Yeah, Monaco is one, yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah.
I'll let you have a think while the safety car goes in. And now Liverpool is going to be the one to lead us away. When does he go? He goes a little bit later, gets the car straightened up a little bit more through the Ascari bend and leaves Chris Bailey, who's found himself back up into second spot. A little bit napping, but he's got G-Star under his rear wing as well. There he is as the drag race down to turn 1 recommences. All well and good for the drivers up front. And I tell you what, Loppy's got a little bit close, and TY clear, and Aldrich Fabian went a little bit deeper, I think, into that first corner. He's allowed TY clear. Airways single tracks. Wow, got the traction as well out of there. And he's got single track trying to get through on Airways. Ziad as well is in that mix, and I'm sure we're seeing someone leave the session. It might have been Morgan. Hopefully we'll see you back on Monday, my friend. Oh, look at that move, Captain Nibs. Ziad, wow. Side by side, into the Lesmos. Oh, Captain Nibs just keeps ahead. The grippier soft tyres just giving him that grip, and just behind that Wookiee Airways you mentioned there.
Yeah, he left the session, unfortunately. So.
Oh, his Airways left the session. Oh, hopefully he can get back in. I hope so, but back up to these guys up front. Three drivers, I should say, sorry, left to pit, and that is Lirapel, G-Star, and Neil have not pitted. Everyone else has taken advantage of the other safety cars that we've had.
So I try to get to it again. It's Silverstone, of course.
Yeah, there's another one, Silverstone, right there. And for the life of me, I can't remember the other one. But look at this, Lirapel. Chris Bailey got the draft. Oh my goodness me, I've said draft. I know F1 this weekend is in quarter, and I've just said draft. I haven't even watched IndyCar, and I'm coming out with American terms. I'm disappointed in myself.
This is getting Americanized.
I really have. I have no idea where that came from. Oh. Wow. I'm waiting to get shouted at. There's a lot of movers and shakers further down the field.
Single track.
Oh, it was? Oh, has he got damage? Oh, he has. No front wing.
Yes, he was at the wall.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened.
Because he was biting with Ziad and Loppy and Neil further up, and Aldrich Fabian on those softs is now back up into 8th.
Oh, they're going fighting in Ascari.
Oh, Airways is back with us. Fantastic news. Hopefully he'll get back into his car. And you mentioned Ascari. Let's have a look now.
They're continuing in parabolic. Yeah. Oh! Captain, it was late on the brakes there. It was a little bit of contact.
Look at this, further back now. Wow, looking back from him.
I didn't see them, I only saw 3 of them.
Wow. It's like they're just multiplying down the straight. With one of them, you intend to use the toe from the other in the slipstream, but Captain Ibs just had enough. The side by side, that's TY Clear, and I think it's Wookiee, it's TY Clear and Loppy. Oh, wow. Good racing from all of them, and it's all clean up front. I tell you what, Ant has pitted early on. He's found himself now into 4th. He does this, doesn't he, Ant? He does it in Tier 1 as well. He pitted early and just quietly makes his way through the field. Saviour's up there as well in 5th after an early pit stop.
Yeah, I think Ant is up doing a little bit of a different strategy, starting on the softs and then pitting early, and then often there is a safety car and suddenly he finds himself at the top. And it's actually an underrated strategy. You have to gamble for a safety car, of course, but I also used to do this on the last game very often. It can be very effective. If you play it right, you will have the 2 mediums and then you have the best tire. But now we have a VSC.
Yeah, Nail I think that was Nail, yes, it was Scary.
Yeah, there's no front wing.
Yeah, continue what you just said there. You're brave doing that. Very brave. I don't have the bottle to do it. To do that kind of strategy, to gamble on an early safety car, and I've always used, well, I usually go with the offset strategy, go the harder tyre first and then go to the quicker one late on. It served me well in Tier 2 for the championships that I won. But yeah, to do your strategy, to start on that soft tyre and gamble, I don't have the bottle to do it. It is a very brave, as you said, then you've got the potential 2 mediums to run in the race. You don't have to use, pardon me, the hard tyre. And I would like to have your bravery.
It's not always working out, but I mean, usually in that season we always had a safety car in most races. So, and if not, you have a really aggressive strategy and you can push a lot, and that's fun as well. So
You can't tell you what. Oh, unfortunately, single track. It's gone from bad to worse for Martin this evening. You got to drive through right at the end of the VSC, and now 5 seconds trying to serve it as well. But I tell you what, Aldrich got a great end, and he's retired, unfortunately, in the pits for single track. I think his car's gone back out on track, unfortunately. That's not ideal. But Aldrich Fabian, using those tyres, he got a great jump on Speedy Bullet, and now already past Case of Sosa, who's going to have the DRS though. Has he made that move too early? Oh, he actually didn't. He made the move late enough to get the DRS as well. That's something you don't see at Monza. Yep, the safety car tracks car has come out. Hopefully has it. Oh no, and it didn't ghost either. But it's going to pull over to one side. There it is. But that has caught Speedy Bullet really badly. Unfortunately, really hampered him.
Yeah, he lost the DRS, which is really bad. You don't want to have that here.
No, exactly. Well, tell you what, Chris got a heck of a jump though through that VSC. He's got 2-second gap. That's the biggest gap we've seen.
You're right. I didn't realize this. I mean, he was running away without anyone noticing.
Oh, Martin got a weird glitch. His display wasn't giving him his info. Wow. I was watching G-Star further back. Apologies. Martin said he's got a weird glitch and his display wasn't giving him the right information. And he had absolutely no idea of timings, anything like that as well. So that's what's caused it. And tried to just pit and retire, just save grace. And unfortunately his car, with no control over it, decided it was going to come straight back out on track. That's not ideal.
Yeah,
that's really unlucky. Chris has got the fresher tyres in the lead, but Xavier and G-Star are still going to be okay on the hards. Xavier's got 6 lap fresher hards than G-Star. Liverpool 21 laps. He hasn't pitted, of course. G-Star also has not pitted. Captain Nibs, what's happening with him and Speedy Bullet? Wow, these guys have... Captain Nibs is having basically a very, very busy race this evening. We're not even halfway through.
I mean, I think he's in every fight, right?
No matter
whether 2 or 5 cars going side by side, he's going straight in it.
He is, isn't he?
Looking for it.
Yeah, I think he's also been in pretty much most positions as well so far this evening. He was leading and fighting in second. Tell you what, Ant has got past. Now he's got past Liverpool. Is closing that gap to Chris. 1.2 seconds now. That gap. Very soon. I tell you what, look at this Speedy Bullet. Ziad side by side going into a Ascari. Who was that went? It was Ziad that went wide. He's going to be hampered on the exit. What can Speedy Bullet do? Not much, unfortunately. He's got a lot more ERS, saving it for when he needs it, but he's going to have the DRS that Ziad is just outside, and Captain Nibs has closed that gap as well to Soze. So he's going to have that, but a little bit twitchy on the rear for Speedy Bullet outside the exit there. We're going to hamper him down that straight on the back of Ziad.
I'm wondering what happened to Chris, because the gap was twice as big, and now I thought maybe they used their ERS, but Chris also has not much of ERS left.
But Chris loves to hammer that in the first 2 laps, doesn't he, though?
That's true. He wants...
Oh, who was that just made the error? That was Soze. That was Soze. He was under pressure from Nibs. Really locked up with Liverpool's get the first 3-second penalty, or maybe the second actually, from Soze. Locked up massively into the second chicane. And that's allowed Nibs to get past and now down Aldrich Fabian, who he was fighting, don't forget, of course. Early stages of this race. Wookie and Speedy Bullet. Now Wookie's getting involved, and Wookie loves a good fight. This, yeah, his mediums are going to be feeling very, very nice. There he is, right on the rear. He's just holding back now to get the DRS down the pit straight. Fabian has got past G-Star of all people. That's a move to get past G-Star. But look at the grip that Ziad had. coming out of Ascari. He hasn't got any ERS left, which, look at the speed difference. Soze's not giving that in. Can't make it happen though. Oh, as there goes deep, is Soze going to be able to get the switch back? He's not going to have the traction. But now we've got a 6-way battle for the lead, all within DRS of Chris Bailey.
You're right. They got the DRS. Yeah, and I think Anthony will take over the lead soon, because apparently he seems to be it is clearly faster than Chris at the moment. But you never know with Chris. Like sometimes you can always push more, and maybe he will find some pace again. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and of course we've got the tyre delta up on screen at the moment. I don't normally show it, but with it being 100% race, full race distance, of course, and the strategy differences we've seen, I thought it might be best just to keep it for now. That because the difference, but you know, Chris has got 4 lap fresher tyres than Ant. Lirapel hasn't pitted, but still there. Xavier has pitted. He's pitted the same time as Chris Bailey, but on the hards. I mean, it says the mediums will go, what, about 30 laps-ish? Just over?
Yeah.
So, they're going to be okay for all of them, really, at this point. And even the softs will go maybe up to 20, maybe 18, 19, depends how you look after them.
But look, now, I think Anthony made a mistake, and Chris has broken the DRS again.
He has. But Liverpool's there, and he was using his ERS a little bit down the straight just to keep ahead and close that gap. Oh, he takes a lot of curb in the middle of Ascari. He's a brave man. I can't do that. That corner scares me, Ascari.
Yeah.
The first bit I like, just swing it in maybe 4th. If you're feeling lucky and feeling good, then 5th. But the middle part scares the life out of me. So does the exit. If you clip that inside curb just a touch, you could be round, and it scares the life out of me.
Yes, that's true. You need to be brave on the throttle there.
You do. Look at this. Ziad coming back at Captain Nibs, who got him early on, but he's got the DRS. Captain, they've closed that gap to G-Stow's fallen off the back a little bit. So is Xavier off the back, and he's got Eldrick Fabian for company. I honestly thought we might get a couple of battles. I'm going to use the term midfield, but that will go from like 6th down to 16th of battles, and I thought we might get a few gaps open up. We've had the complete opposite this evening. I don't know where to look next, and I'm sure you're the same, of what battles to look at.
Yeah, I mean, big moment for Fabian, yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Exactly, this is a prime example. Like all the time, we want to share some thoughts and talk about something happening on track.
Yeah, we want to be able to talk rubbish, don't we?
Yeah, but we have no chance.
We haven't. Look at this out of He got past Xavier in the DRS. Xavier's coming back at him. Who's going to have is Xavier? Xavier's playing that smart. Oh, he didn't. Fabian played it smart. Yeah. He broke so early, knew where Fabian was, and I'm sure he's going to get the DRS, and he's using his ERS that he's saved as well. He does get it.
That's some F1 esports tactics here.
That is fantastic tactics. Look at that. He's side by side. Leaves room on the inside. Very great awareness, but Xavier's got the switch back, and G-Star's getting involved at the back of this as well.
This is exactly how I thought it. Well done, Alex. Yeah, well done. But they are still going.
That is.
Now he's ahead. Yeah.
That's dropped them a long way off the back of the top 3.
Yes.
Xavier does not need that if he wants that other championship, or to help him, I should say, in that other championship. Whereas this is helping Chris. Chris will see that battle. He'll see that gap open. I mean, he'll be really concentrating on the two right behind him, of course. But you'll see that gap drop off. But wow, that is incredible. And that's brought Ziad into it as well. Now he's got past Captain Nibs. So we've got a 4-way battle for 4th, a 3-way battle for the top 3. Battles throughout the field of just outside the DRS. Loppy's unfortunately dropped back. He's just pitted. And on a fresh set of mediums, he'll go long into this race. He could actually potentially go to the end. 35 laps left. As Aldrich has now got back past Fabian under the DRS. And G-Star had it to defend against Ziad. I honestly don't know who to look at next.
Yeah, the boys are not making it easy for us today, but but I'm not complaining. I mean, better than having a boring race.
Oh, 100%. Definitely. And Captain Nibs is just slowly getting back into that DRS as well on the softs. He dropped off momentarily. But like I say, guys, if you, all 15 of you, are liking what you are seeing, if you're enjoying this racing, the overtakes, hit the like button. Only 3 of you have so far. I want to see, there's 15 of you, I want to see 10. I want us to get to 10 likes on the stream. So come on, hit that button. You don't even have to turn the stream off on your devices. You can just knock down the comments, hit the like button and get the comments straight back up as well. And do join in with us. Tell us who you're fancying for strategy calls, who you're fancying for overall race victory this evening, as we're just over halfway through this race. And I tell you what, Liverpool right on the back of Ant, and he's got the good drive. He's using his ERS, and he's already making the move under the, before the DRS kicks open. So Liverpool's managing to save some ERS, and not far off, and Chris Bailey has more than I thought. But we'll quickly nip off because I don't like showing that very often in case we have a few race engineers just there in helping these drivers. I'll tell you what, look at this, Liverpool all over the back of Chris Bailey. Those mediums still working well for both Ant and Liverpool.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be an issue for them for now. I mean, surely in the next few laps they will show some kind of wear, but for the moment they're good to go, and I can imagine that we will see someone doing a medium soft strategy as Alex gets a time penalty.
Yeah, you're right.
That's gonna hurt him.
With how, yeah, so does Frederick Fabian as well.
Okay, then it's not gonna hurt him so much.
No, been in different tiers, of course. He is the leader of the Challenger team. He's got Captain Nibs a little bit further back, not too far though, as well, of course, in that Challenger team. What can Liverpool do this time round? He's going to have the DRS. Ant's a little bit further back, but Chris has gone to the inside line, down the pit straight. Ziad's got past G-Star. What can Liverpool do? Chris is absolutely lightning in a straight line. Oh, Liverpool gets very close. He's trying to go the switchback. Chris puts the car on both apexes. Liverpool could not do anything to try to get the switchback. And we're looking further at this other battle as well at G-Star. Captain Nibs has got past G-Star.
Yes, he did.
Which is imperative because he's going to have to pit soon.
I've got to tell you what, I'm hoping for a safety car now. Not because I wish that someone goes off, but then that we have a chance to catch a break.
Yeah, Chris Souza is pitted for the mediums. Good time. He's got 23 laps to go. Liverpool's going to move on the outside in the DRS zone. He does make that move into a sky. I think Chris may have just let him go a little bit. Keep with him. Oh, Chris gets twitchy through a sky. That's going to allow Ant to get right under his rear wing. And Liverpool to scamper away a little bit.
Ant had to lift because otherwise he would have hit Chris probably. So he couldn't benefit from it, but he's got a full ERS and he's gonna...
Wow! That man can save it. How on earth do you manage to do that around one of the fastest tracks in Formula 1? I have no idea, but he's managed it. And Chris is trying to have a look on the outside of Liverpool. They're side by side in a turn one. Chris has to take the very tight line, and I think Liverpool just had enough speed, and he does manage to keep it. And he's got a little bit more ERS as well at this moment in time. And there we are, status quo. And got the run. Can't do anything on Curva Grande.
No, he's still waiting.
Biding his time.
Very patient. Still watching what the two guys are doing in front of him.
And that's one thing about all those three drivers. And actually, this is allowed. Look at that Eldrick Fabian now in. We've now got, hang on, I've just got to count this. Yeah. 8 drivers. 31 laps in of them. 100% MRC-X Italian Grand Prix. And we have got 8. Oh, he's made the move. We've got 8 drivers within a second of each other. On different tyres, different strategies.
Yes.
This is incredible. Look at this. Ant is trying to have a look at Liverpool.
I think Ant could. Yeah, now he's using his ERS. I think he can catch both. No,
look at he's looking at Liverpool. The overspeed. Ooh, that was a bit tight. Now he's got the slipstream for Chris Bailey. What can he do? Chris is flashing. And he's going for the move as he managed to stay stopped. He can't! No, he's gone straight on into turn 1. Surely he's going to have to give the places back. And this could hurt him massively for Fabian. It is. Look how many places he's dropping.
And he still gets the 5 second. Now that was not fair. Really
that's a bit unfair. That is unfair.
It's very harsh to game.
Yeah. I don't like this game at times for things like that.
I mean, he was smashing all the boards. Maybe the game doesn't like this. You cannot go around them. It's you're hefty, basically.
True. Wookie's now pitted.
Of course, I never went into the exit. What I heard.
I got that once, actually. It was a few seasons ago.
Really good, and now he's at the end of the pack.
I know, but, you know, this could be. Well, we've got Wookie who's just pitted. That's the biggest gap in the track. The guys have just not long off pitted. So they can all go to the end. So has set the fastest lap time on a fresh set of medium, battling with Loppy down to 13th and 14th. No, Chris Bailey, I'll have to land it over to you. I'll be back in just one moment. So how on earth we've got Chris Bailey still in the leads? They had dropped slightly off at this moment.
Yeah, that was a bit of a collision in the first corner.
I missed that. Oh, look, this Fabian, Eldrick Fabian, getting back up there. Those softs, you know, are going to be nearing the end of their life. They are not going to be feeling too good at the minute. I tell you what, Saviour though, he's fine with those hard tyres after 26 laps.
And he has got an almost full ERS.
I'm amazed that these guys are managing to keep their ERS. I really am. I don't know how they're managing it.
I mean, if you're sitting comfortably in the ERS train, then it's possible. But of course, it's still there. You sometimes have to use it in order not to get overtaken.
True. Very true.
Xavier does now.
Wow, look at this. Down the pit straight. Xavier gets Liverpool into second.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that happened? That's Ant and G-Star as well. Ant gets back through. G-Star and... Was it just behind him? Nope. I thought I saw another car. My fault. Captain Nibs, that one's been is pitted. He's gone on to the mediums. They will last him to the end of this race. It's going to be interesting now. When are these top 5, 6 drivers going to pit? That is going to be crucial.
Liverpool is going. He will go on the soft. He's gonna try to make them last. His tires last feel it's not possible anymore, and he's doing really well at it.
I think they could all go to the softs really now, couldn't they?
I think so, yes. I would do so. It's
I mean,
possible.
Fabian's made them last 19 laps, and we've got that left after this lap. Sorry, we've got 20 laps after this one, sorry. But so it could happen, and he's kept pace, and he's got back through the field.
Yes, yeah, they're fine. I mean, maybe I would try 2 or 3 laps more, and then I will go. But as long as they can keep themselves in the DRS train.
Oh, fine. Look at this! We've got Saviour Chris Bailey, Saviour now from way back on the grid. Now takes the lead of this race. Pitted the same time as Chris Bailey did. Got on the hard tyres and just picked his way through, and that is going to be difficult for Chris to stomach. But 3 seconds, don't forget, for Saviour. Let's have a quick look at those penalty situation. 3 seconds for Liverpool, 3 seconds for Fabian, 5 for Anton, who we got that further. Oh, Saviour! Oh, can you see now why us commentators drink? Especially during races.
I mean, yeah, well, it's
incredible. This is, yeah.
I'm really wondering if Xavier now can maybe break the DRS. I feel like Chris is sometimes struggling a little bit, and he's got much less DRS than Alex.
Oh, E17 didn't go well into turn 1.
Oh, well, there's...
Well, I'll tell you what, Fabian, Aldrich Fabian, right under the rear wing of Liverpool. Has he got the straight line speed? He doesn't have the straight line speed, using it a little bit more. G-Star's got back past Anton as they had come steaming up the back. But G-Star and Anton have really dropped off the back. And what's happened to... Ant's pitted. And he's taken that 5-second penalty. So let's have a look now at those tyres again. He's gone to a set of mediums. Now, he doesn't feel like it doesn't think the softs are going to last.
Maybe the drivers are not very convinced by then.
Yeah, I think, but look what Fabian's done, but all those Ziad's got him.
Chris couldn't wait to get rid of them. And Anthony started on them as well, I think.
He did, yeah. I'm not sure who started on them now. You'll be able to see that through Pause and Race Director. You can see that. I can't, because, of course, I have the stream. But you'll be able to tell us the tyre strategy so far.
Yeah, yeah, Anthony started on the softs, but yeah, remember he had to pit for front wing damage. Oh, there's the
Neil, I think that's in the pit lane. It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. E17 as well. And Smith. Difficult one for them. I mean, we do say in, the guys were still battling further down.
The car is coming out on track again.
Oh, no, but luckily there's a bit of a gap.
Oh, we missed the braking point.
Oh, he has. Hopefully he won't get a 5-second penalty. He just smashed the board. And he does get, he got 3 seconds this time, so... If he does appeal it, don't forget we need Race Director to see if he didn't get any more warnings after that for the remainder of the race, of course, and stewards may potentially look at it. But yeah, it's we've still got that yellow flag in Sector 1 until that car pulls over, which I think it has done now for Neil. But we do say the drivers keep battling, keep racing, because in X, everybody gets points.
Oh, now the lead changes again.
It does.
But that's part of the game here in Monza. Like, track position is not that important. You're gonna play a little bit tactically to fun. Drop back at the DRS train, save your ERS again. Don't always be the leading guy, because if you don't have the clear chance, you're not gonna break the race.
Chris is pitted. Chris is pitted, and so is Ziad as well.
Oh, Ziad
was on a lot. Yeah, he was on a lot fresher tyres with Ziad. I'm not surprised to see Fabian pit. 23 laps on those softs. Great stint from him. So now, what? Oh, well, where are these guys going to come out? I think they're going to come out around Speedy Bullet, between that and Captain Nibs, possibly.
And Ziad has got past Chris.
He did. So did he have a poor pit stop, Chris? Did he not press the, what do you call it, the pit optimize button? Not sure. But he did. That is huge for Chris.
Yeah,
He had no penalty. Wow.
No idea stuff for Chris. Already the pit entry. He was a bit cautious not to get a penalty, of course, but Ziad made up a lot of time on him. He was right at the back soon.
But look at this, Chris is going down curve and Grandy. He's going on the inside of turn 4, not wasting any time.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
He wanted to sort that mistake out.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Fabian pitted at the same time. Nibs pitted earlier. He's put the mediums on, 4 laps each on, and he's now in that fight with them. Oh, one's a little bit wide through the second. Lesmos there. But this is what Nibs right back into it. They've both got penalties, him and Fabian. They are actually fighting for position. Ants as well pitted. Don't forget, he pitted that lap early, didn't he? He put the mediums on. But look at this, G-Star is pitted, Liverpool's pitted in answer to Chris and Ziad. What tyres is Liverpool going to put on? Is it going to be a set of softs? It is. Yes. Now then, where is Chris? He's coming through the Parabolica. Who's that's pitted? Not sure who that was, but is he going to get ahead of Liverpool? Where's Liverpool? There he is, coming out the pit, and Chris has got him. The undercuts worked massively for Chris.
Even Fabian is going to get past.
Whoa, who was that? I think that was Captain Nibs. It was Captain Nibs. Okay, so he hit the back of Ant. Hopefully he hasn't got damage. I really hope, but I have no idea what happened to Captain Nibs. Just didn't brake. I don't know if he had a wheel failure. That has hurt Chris so badly. Because the top guys are going to be able to get that pit stop and possibly come out ahead.
Yeah. This is like
I don't think Airways will, but the top 2, that could not have happened at the worst time for Chris.
This is Christmas for Alex, of course.
Oh, Tom said he locked up. That must be Nibs. He locked up, had nowhere to go, and he didn't pit.
No, Alex wants to finish.
But it's green, that's why. It's gone green. It was a short VSC.
Oh, yeah.
And he would have lost too much time.
But still, if he wanted to put on the softs, he should have pitted this lap. So apparently he wants to.
Okay.
I mean, he did pit on lap 7, so.
Now, you mentioned it. You said he could potentially go the race distance. When we said he's put the hards on, you called it, and I'm going to give you the full credit because it definitely wasn't me. That he said he could go the race distance. They will go a long time, the hard tyres, and with it being cloudy, the cooler temperatures, is he going to try it?
But what I don't understand is that G-Star didn't pit because he still has to.
Oh yes. But again, it went green. Is he waiting and hoping for a late safety car or VSC again? I think he just caught him at a bad time. E17 still going. Good to see that for E17. But Chris isn't out of the woods.
Of this soft tire runners for gas, pushing to the maximum.
This is great. They are closing Airways at an absolute rate of knots. Captain Nibs, I think he tried to brake on he kind of got a wheel on the grass, locked up, and it just wouldn't stop. I feel for you because you are having such a fantastic race, my friend. So, Tom, keep your head up, keep going, and we'll see you next week. Look at that, Trasser slaps traded. Chris is going to get swamped, and he does, but he's only got done by Adric Fabian. Ziad and Liverpool couldn't get past because Chris is fast in a straight line. Fabian, I know he's loving this, but he's actually not in their battle. He's I'm sure he's tier 3 driver, and he's in the Challenger team. He's winning that while Airways is up there. So I suppose he is fighting. That gap at the front, just steady, but we're watching this gap because these guys are closing down Airways very, very quickly indeed. And I know I want to watch some other cars. G-Star now with a time penalty.
Oh.
I am intrigued, Mr. Stefan. If you could look at Race Director, and I'm going to give the game away a little bit, and Chris will hate me. But if the warnings that people have had for those soft tyre runners, would you be able to have a look for us all? Because with it being this tight, with it being this tense, G-Star has pitted.
If they have warnings, yeah, I can check.
Pretty please, Tom. I know it's unlucky, my friend. I know you're upset, but keep your head up. Keep going as Chris retakes that position, and they've closed a huge amount. Again, less than... Oh, Fabian, what a save! Under traction. That's cost him a huge amount of time, though. It's cost him about half a second to Chris, but he's still there. Fiat can't find a way past. Great defending position. His car absolutely perfectly through turn 3 and turn 4 nearly.
So I can tell you that Fabian has a penalty and 1 extra warning.
Okay, so that was the dodgy one that when he went wide. Unfortunately for that, because he's got the extra warning, that will not get rescinded. So unfortunately, sorry Fabian. Go on.
Yeah. Ziad has 2 single warnings and 2 double warnings.
Ooh, that's strange. He's got another 3-second penalty there, has Ziad. But I tell you what, they've closed by 2 seconds on Airways this lap alone, as Chris and the group behind. So I don't know if he's made a mistake, but Ziad, Ardic may have made a mistake. And there he goes. Airways has pitted. Chris did get the DRS to hopefully help him, but he's got 19.5 seconds to close down in 10 laps. That is 2 seconds a lap. Xavier, of course, has that 3-second penalty.
And Liverpool has 1 extra warning besides his time penalty. So he's too short. But Chris, last time I checked, I would check again, but last time I checked, he's got none. Not a single warning.
Wow.
So he's not in danger of getting a time penalty, and that also means he can really push a lot. So 18 seconds to Xavier, or 15 rather.
Yeah, taking a second out already this lap. Just over. That is incredible, and they need to do 2 a lap. And this battle... I mean, that I'm going to start calling Mr. Bailey Mr. Consistent, because that is superb driving around here. And obviously we've said from the word go how difficult it is and how easy it is to get penalties. As we've seen for some of our top drivers, let's have a quick look. G-Star after his pit stop, he is down in 8th behind Kesa Soze, who's got 5 seconds. Aldrich's got the 6 seconds, but he's got quite a gap to those behind in his tier. Oziad's pulling out and gets the move done. Really's not going to need this. He does not want this. This gap is now 6. They've closed over 3 seconds that lap. That's massive.
It is, but the question is, I mean, I don't think the tires would drop a lot. So
I don't think so. 9 laps.
If they can keep this pace and
Chris is going back at him. Thinks about it, backs out.
This is what I wanted to say. The most dangerous thing for them now is that they fight with each other, and this is what Alex will be hoping for. That they are doing this stuff like going 3 wide in a car and all this ridiculous things that you do here in Monza. So because this will help him so much. Yeah, Chris is backing out way before the corner. Yeah. Because they are in a train, and of course on the straight the train will push them, but in the corners they will back each other up and rather lose time. So this is the danger for them.
And Mr. Dynamite himself has actually agreed with you on that one. He said they're fighting, giving up on the win. They need to work together. Yeah, so Dean, you have read, of course, multiple champion as well. All of you thinking alike. And they haven't closed as much. The gap 15.9 seconds. Chris has made the move again into turn one. Is he going to have the drive of the exit? Well, actually, he got a better drive than Ziad, who's under pressure from Liverpool, and he's flashing like a madman. We were in Amsterdam last week, my friend, not this week.
Well, actually, Xavier got another warning, so there's a possibility that he could get another time penalty. I haven't ruled that out as of now, so...
Oh, Chris is only going to see the 3, isn't he? So Chris is going to want to get those 12 seconds that he needs. Well, he's going to hope that that gap between Liverpool and Ziad just keep fighting each other and just allow him to scamper away a little bit unaided. And he has got a bit of a gap. The first time for a while he's been unaided, but Liverpool now gets 3rd position from Ziad. Ziad, of course, is a tier 1 and tier 2 reserve. That is actually for position. It's Aldrich there in 5th. He's got 6 seconds. Doesn't need to fight with Ant if he catches him. He's actually got quite a huge gap to Wookie, I think, as tier 3. I could be wrong. But look at that. Liverpool has closed all the way back and already passed Bailey before the DRS zone, which he's going to have, which he does, and that's going to leave Bailey vulnerable, and he could go from 2nd to 4th. Liverpool moving a little bit, but he was okay, I think. But this is where they need to work together. 13.8 seconds, the gap.
Oh, wait. Okay, they just I think this lap they pulled 2 seconds. They cut the gap by 2 seconds to Xavier.
I'm glad you worked that out, because I have really bad memory and I couldn't work it out then.
If they can keep it this way without fighting too much, they can catch him.
Yeah, they can.
But there's just, I mean, remember, there's just once you go too wide in turn 1 and 2, for example, or even the next chicane, then this will basically be as if the race was 1 lap shorter. You're not gonna make that up. But we have to see. Last lap the gap was, I think, 13.5 seconds, and
only taking a second out this lap, and Chris is under a lot more pressure from Ziad. It's going to happen down the straight. Ziad, he's backed off as Chris, just keeping it. Didn't want to make any moves. Very smart from Bailey. This time out, and from Ziad, didn't make any rash moves. This might be where they start working together. Because even down the start-finish straight, they took about a 10th off, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Xavier through the second Lesmo. They've got, I think that might be Smith. I think it is. In between them, the lap car. But Aldrich's fallen off the back a little bit, but he's still there. Still not out of the picture yet to join in that fight. And closing in as well. G-Star a little bit on his own for the first time, I think, in 47 laps. The G-Star's had a bit of time to breathe. With Sosa Airways as well. Good race from him. And Wookie is under pressure from Speedy Bullet, who's on fresher and faster tyres. Yep, Dean saying it's good to see Liverpool back with us in MRC and straight back on the pace. You say it's good, I say it's scary. Good evening, Hagger boy. Lovely to have you with us. Shame you're not racing, my friend, but good to have you with us. I think this time that was 12.5. They've taken another, what?
Yeah, not enough.
Nearly 2 seconds. No, you're right, it's not enough. 5 more laps after this one remaining. But don't forget, 3 seconds for Xavier. They only need another, well, call it 7 seconds. Maybe call it 8. Is that?
If Xavier would get a second time penalty, then Chris has a chance.
Yes, he does. Because those around him.
Even I have no idea how how much wear his tires have? So Xavier.
No, we
But
don't. We
also
don't
his
get to see.
tires
I
will
wish we
be.
got to see that.
Yeah.
Because even Dean said that in the YouTube chat. His tyres going, he's dropped a big chunk. Less than 10 seconds now. Wow.
Because we're always thinking about the soft tires, but also the hard tires can become very slow when they reach a certain point, and
Yeah.
41 laps is a lot on them.
It's very admirable, and no matter what happens, you've got to have to give him a round of applause if he takes them to the end, because that will be huge amount of time on those tyres. The Rappel goes defensive. Chris has got the overspeed, not close enough. I think now they may have learned. I don't know if they're listening. I don't know if they've listened to you, Dean. Yeah, we would look at Xavier Haggerboy, we would, but we don't know. We can't see his tyre wear. We don't get those graphics. Occasionally they do pop up, but it's very, very rare. I wish we could have that graphic. It's like sometimes at the start of the race when it comes up with pit strategy, it sometimes shows us them, sometimes it doesn't. And it's the same with the tyres. It's very rare that it will pop up and show us. Ant's now past Aldrich Fabian as well. He's got 9 seconds of penalties, but you mentioned it before. They need another 5, just under 6 seconds now in the last 4 laps. It's doable as long as the soft tyres hold and they keep working together. And you're right, Stefan, you said it. This is big for Chris because he hasn't got any warnings. He hasn't got any penalties. Oh, Soze's DNF'd! Soze's DNF'd! You did a safety car!
Okay, forget about it.
I can't believe I just went absolutely berserk for a safety car. Where's Xavier? He's pitted! He's caught it! He's caught the... What's the Rappel going to do? I don't know who that hurts and who that helps. I have absolutely no clue. I think it helps Chris. Chris is pitted! Ant's pitted. Aldrich Fabian's pitted. What's Gisa? He's pitted. So Chris has got a free pit stop. He's going to be behind Xavier, and he's going to be behind the guys who are on 3 seconds worth of penalties.
It's a smart move considering the time penalties, because there's going to be a difference now. Rappel and Ziad have 11 laps or 12 laps on their soft. That makes quite a difference.
I'll just put that back up. Bergen, you lie. The cockle picker lies. He said he's not doing engineer duties to the Bailey. He is. We know you better than that, my friend. I know you better. But this is right. Airways didn't pit. And I think Airways being tier 3, he's got 7 laps on the softs. Because Aldrich has got 9 seconds, he's the man he's fighting for the Challenger tier, as well as Speedy Bullet, as well. Wookie, I wonder if he's run out of softs. Oh, he put the wrong tyres on because he's gone for mediums. Wig, I don't know when the car is going to come in. Sometimes it gives us 51. It sometimes gives us 3 racing laps. Sometimes only gives us 2 racing laps. I think 2 racing laps helps Chris more than the others if the safety car doesn't come in.
Chris just needs to stay with the pack.
Yeah, he does. Xavier's going to have the grip, so he's probably going to, because of the penalty situation, I'm going to go back to that, with them all having 3. Xavier's going to want it more. He's going to want to pass Ziad and Le Rappel more.
Yeah, because if he can get really great restarts and pass one of them, pass 2 of them, then it's possible to pull the gap to Chris that he needs.
Yeah, if the others don't pass, of course, you're right.
Yeah.
But the safety car's not coming in this lap, so you're going to have 2 racing laps.
2 laps is not nice, but there's someone spinning.
Was that that Aldrich? Oh, it was Aldrich. Oh, Aldrich. I mean, he's still going to keep that position ahead of Speedy Bullet, just about, he is. So he hasn't lost anything to that.
Actually, he warmed up his tires, so maybe it was on purpose.
Yeah, true. I mean, we were seeing a very tense and exciting end. I saw this in, tier 3 that I did on Wednesday. People like Avinash hunting down the race leader towards the end. And it was so tense. we didn't know what to commentate, how to commentate it, and myself and Melvin, and we've got the same tonight. I hope I'm on a week off next week because I need a week of commentary duties already, and this is only week 1.
Yeah, it's pretty unpredictable what's gonna happen now because like the last laps we were always doing predictions and calculations, and now anyone could win. Like there's a collision, suddenly like maybe Anthony will come back and win it.
Well, yeah.
He has no time penalty. Airways has no time penalty as well. Why not?
No, exactly.
They are on for a podium.
They are. They really are. You're very right. So again, like guys, don't forget to hit the like button before we watch the final 2 laps, which are sure to be absolutely monumental and extremely challenging. So safety car is going in now. Liverpool, the safety car leader. And Ziad, look at that, right close to him.
It's going really slow.
Yeah, backing the pack up. Keeping them guessing. Takes that wide line, gets the car straightened up and goes in the middle of a scar. He tries to catch him napping. Xavier didn't get caught napping, but Ziad, Chris has dropped off the back a little bit from Xavier. But Xavier, look at that, Xavier, side by side with Ziad. Down the pit straight. He's just about ahead in the braking zone, but Ziad just keeps it ahead. There's a lapped car between Chris and the guys ahead of him, but Xavier gets the drive out the corner. Chris is through the lapped car.
Crucial. That's crucial.
It really was, because that can be really off-putting, unfortunately. I think that was Smith, it was. But Xavier through on Liverpool, which he needed the fresher tyres. But now then, what can Chris Bailey do about Ziad? What can he do about Xavier? And Liverpool further ahead, but what can Ant do? Don't forget, this is purely position as well, isn't it, with Ant? Again, you mentioned no penalties. He's just quietly got himself back up there. Baby and Airways having a good battle further down. That's in the Challenger tier. But unfortunately, we're going to keep our eye on this battle. This is not just for Elite tier win. This is for the overall victory of the race. We're not going to get DRS, but tell you what, Xavier got him. He did. You saw it. So did Chris on the back of Ziad. Airways and DNF. Oh no, Airways, you're having such a great race. Look at this though. Xavier on the inside of Liverpool as they drag race towards turn 1. As he got the car stopped, Liverpool's trying to hug it there and he can't do it. Xavier's through. G-Star's got past Anton and all of that as well. That's helped Chris, but Chris now sees Xavier go through. He's going to have to push. And Ziad already flashing his ERS. Oh, this is tight. And he's nearly got a second already as Xavier on Liverpool. No DRS. This is hurting Chris. G-Star right on the back of him. Oh, don't think it in. Oh, Chris is out. And G-Star's out as well.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness me. Absolute drama and controversy at the end of this race.
And look at
but
this.
I tell you
Anthony
yeah,
is on track to win.
He is. I can't believe that. I don't know if he got a hit. We were on board with Chris at the time. But this could be a victory for Ant. He's going to have to drive off the last corner. He's got more ERS as well to pull that gap. To see if he takes it on track, but he's not going to get the win. That's Ant who gets the win in the end.
What the hell?
What on earth? Just going to wait for all these cars to come through. Yeah, Bergen says there was contact. Chris has said he's saying nothing more. I'm sure he's going to keep out of Discord, which would be the wise thing to do. He knows better. Oh my goodness me.
Oh, in the last lap. 100% right. Yeah, that's...
Oh my days.
I think Bergen will hear a lot of swear words now.
Yeah,
We'll learn some new bad
yeah.
vocabulary.
But I think Bergen as well should stay out of GC as well, just in case. I think all of them should, just in case, and let the stewards do their job. That I was going to say they're highly paid, but I don't know what in. But what? I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean, look at the top five. It really was like 5 laps ago. No one could have predicted that.
No, not at all. Wow. Wow. So,
Look at the top four for P12, 15, 14, and 17.
shit, that was a good spot as well, yeah. So, and on track takes the overall victory at the death. Saviour coming through 15th takes second. Liverpool third. Ziad in fourth. Wookie in fifth. What a comeback from him. T.Y. Clay from 18th takes sixth. Speedy Bullet takes seventh. Aldrich Fabian, difficult race for him, but great result regardless in eighth. Loppy in ninth. Chris is classified in 10th with G-Start, then Smith, E17, Airways, Case of Soze, Nibs, Neil, Single Track, Stoop, and Richie. I think I've just about got my breath back.
Ah, yeah. Whew.
That was insane. I don't think we had a quiet lap.
No, we had. You said at the beginning it's going to be a long race, and we're wondering how I have fun facts to talk about, and actually, it's the first time that we have an opportunity to talk.
No, I got two of them. I got two of my facts out. I had a page full. Wow. Yeah, I think we're going to see a busy night for the stewards after that one. But regardless of that, what a race we have just witnessed for your Friday night entertainment, folks. That was incredible. And we've got 2 days of rest, thank goodness, before Tier 2 and Tier 1 take to the Temple of Speed on Monday evening from 7 p.m. UK time. And then Tier 1 at 8:45 UK time as well. All that's left to say is thank you to all of the drivers taking part this evening. What a spectacle you have put on. I'm sure you absolutely shattered, all of you, because a lot of you didn't get a chance to rest either. Neither did we. Thank you for everyone taking part in the YouTube chat. And a big thanks and an absolute pleasure to have you as part of my co-commentator this evening, Stefan. Absolute pleasure it has been, my friend.
It's my pleasure. I have to thank you.
Very welcome, very welcome. I'm sure we'll see you in the commentary box again very soon. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for taking part. And we'll be back Monday evening, where I do believe it is our race winner, and we'll be joined by the Blowhole Bailey taking you through the Tier 2 action. But we will see you then. Have a lovely weekend, folks. Thank you once again, and good night.